This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, discounted prices, miniaturemarket.com. Hello my friends, the Game Boy Geek here. Last week I reviewed Fast and Furious Full Throttle. This is for 2 to 4 players. It's a racing game where you're using an interesting hand management system to move your car, unlike rolling the dice like Formula D. Not a bad game, they did the license okay. It's a fine game, it's just not one that blew me away. And next we have Rome Rise to Power. It's a 2 to 4 player Euro game that takes 60 minutes to play and has a very interesting dice bidding mechanism, which I really liked, but then the rest of the game that you did around those mechanisms wasn't interesting enough for me to love this game, but I know Sam Haley from the Dice Tower loved this game, so go check out my review and see how it works. Next is for Crowning Kingdom, Rio Grande's new game. This game is a fantastic, excellent, way above average 2-player game. It's great. It's fine with 3 as well. With 4, it's just too chaotic and really overstays its welcome. But it uses a rondelle type mechanism like you see in like a popular game called Finca or other ones that have rondelles with special abilities. Very interesting. Go see my review to see how that game works. I also reviewed one of the recommended games from the Spiel des Jahres Awards, the most coveted awards in 2016, German Game of the Year. For Animals on Board. It wasn't one of the nominees, but it was one of the recommended games, sort of a runner-up to nominees. This is a family-level game where it's a I split, you choose type of mechanism where you're trying to get animals on your ark, but don't end up with just 2 animals of the same species because Noah takes them from you. Really excellent family game there. I could definitely see why it's recommended, so check that video out now. And finally, my favorite is Game of 49 2nd Edition. This game made my Family Game of the Year for 2014, but the only thing I did not like about it were the components, the artwork, the graphic design. Just was subpar. Now it's been redone, it looks fresh, it feels fresh, and they're getting into Target stores, 2,000 of them across the nation. I'm so happy for them. June 18th, and that was my best of the week for sure, the new 2nd edition of Game of 49. Now I also did a review of Mysterium, a custom insert from Robert Searing's Insert Here website, where I go over how it works, how everything fits, and I did a before and after on a time lapse of putting the things in there. So check that one out. And also, Denise did her gamer tested spouse approved. We heard from her why she likes the popular 2-player card game Jaipur. Be sure to check that out. As always, the bloopers are hilarious. Well, it's good to see you this week. I'll see you next week. This video was sponsored by Miniature Market's Review Corner. The Review Corner features podcasts, video, and written game reviews by gamers for gamers. Miniature Market, the online gaming superstore. Thousands of board games, discounted prices. Check them out at miniaturemarket.com. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for backing me on Kickstarter, making this season become a reality. I'd like to especially thank those here that have backed me at the credit level. Now, these video reviews are also available by audio on our podcast. It's the intros and the final thoughts on GameBoyGeek.com. Click podcast.